What's up? If you're watching, I'm chilling on the coast. I just rode my Sherman L all the way over here, and it's low tide, chilling out. It's 42 degrees, so it's above 40, so I came out and ride. I took the day off to ride. The boardwalk's empty today, which is definitely surprisingly decent. You guys got to head down to South Coast. Come ride. There's so many good spots, especially off season. All right. All right. Got the Sherman L booted up. Got the EUCpads.com Force Flex pads on there. That's my shit. And I was actually just filming. Hey, what's up, everyone? I was actually just filming a review on this mirror right here. Let me see what angle works good. So, check it out. I got this mirror sent to me from myeuc.com, and it's pretty awesome. It's bigger than the Pid Zoom. It's bigger than the other one with all the little links, the mountain bike one. I like that one the best because I like the round shape. I don't really like the small teardrop because I have bad eyes to begin with, so I want a big mirror. And if I can show you right here, let's see if this works. Yeah, this mirror is huge, right? Absolutely huge. And one of the cool things is it moves this way, and then up and down with like this GoPro mount. So the cool thing is, even if it's all messed up, I literally move it like this, 1, 2, 3, kid you not, it's perfect. So it only took me like 2 seconds to set it up. And if you guys that ride with me know, I have a problem with taking too long when we're getting ready in a group ride. So this mirror is awesome. I gotta say, I think it's the same price. Pretty sure it's like 40 bucks or something. myeuc.com. He did send me it, and I hope he lets me keep it because this thing's awesome. I'm gonna keep riding with it. But anyway, let's get going. I want to give a quick tour of the New Bedford coast. I'm right on the beach here. If you're just joining, I'm skipping work today. I took a day off. That way I could ride with you guys. And if you're here, say hi. Drop a comment. If you got a question for me, comment. Let me know. Drop it in the comments. And, if you ride wheels, tell me what you think the best wheel is. Even though it's the Sherman L. I'm in New Bedford, Mass. Thank you for asking. I'm right on the coast. It's pretty cool. There's usually not a lot of people here during winter because it's more of like a touristy type place. So it's cool. During the summertime, it gets pretty busy. It's not as cool. And we can go down the coast right here. So there's we're on right on the edge of the hurricane barrier. So New Bedford, the harbor, it's this very busy harbor. So it's cool, and you see a lot of fishing boats. Oh yeah, I'm riding my Sherman L right now, but it's starting to get cold. If it gets under 40 degrees, or it's like rainy out, like today it's really nice out, it's sunny, I can't complain. It is chilly, but I have 4 layers on. I have thermals on, I have my orange neck thing on. Like I got a lot of cold weather gear right now. I'm from New England, I know how to hang out in the cold, but if it gets too cold, it's not fun. So I'm on a Sherman L by Leaperkid, an electric unicycle. So it's a long-range wheel. It's a 4,000 watt-hour battery, so it's a huge battery. It can go, it says it can go like 100 miles, but really it's like, you know, you get like, me with my weight, like 50 to 60 miles, as long as I don't go too fast. And it charges at EV stations. So like I can pull up and charge it at an EV station or like at 120 volt power. So they're pretty sweet. You know, it weighs like 100 pounds, but you know, you can charge it in an hour, go like 50, 60 miles, and it charges so fast that, you know, if you stop and get a pizza while you charge, it'll be charged before you can finish eating the pizza, you know, before your phone's charged. All right, let me put the camera back down here. So this is the hurricane barrier. There's one of the lighthouses. I'm not sure the name. Someone in chat might know it if you look up New Bedford Harbor. But there's one of the many lighthouses. And then this is the hurricane barrier. So it's like a big gate, right? And you can see where I started earlier. See this big cement wall? And it blocks storms. You know, it blocks all the ships, the storms. So you have, you know, the marina over here, and you have all the safe boats over here. But yeah, you can't go through here. You can go up to here, but it's you know, U.S. government, no trespassing, and it's just a big gate. It's a huge big gate in the ocean that lets boats through, and it protects all the boats. And where we were before is like over there. So that's pretty cool. So this is the end. And then when you look over here, if you can see across the way, there's Fort Rodman down at the end here. It's like an old war fort that has cannons. And then you can see over here, way over there to the right, that's Fort Phoenix. And I can go across one of these bridges over here and go through Fairhaven, and I can get to over there pretty quickly. And maybe I'll do that ride, because that'll be fun. All right, let me start heading back. So dude, the electric unicycles, this particular model can go 60. So I think some people have gone like 65 on it, which is crazy on a wheel. There's new unicycles, like the P6 from InMotion, that can go 93 miles an hour. It's crazy. But I've gone like 50. I usually go like in, you know, the 35s to be with the flow of traffic. I don't go on highways or anything, you know, I stay on like regular roads, and I just ride in the road. I have lots of lights and lots of reflective gear, and I also ride motorcycles, so I've taken the motorcycle safety course, and it's very similar when you're riding unicycles to all the dangers on the road. Very similar to motorcycles. So I've been riding unicycles since 2019. You know, when COVID started. And if you watch my channel, if you go check it out, if you know, don't forget, like and subscribe. Surprisingly decent vids. But if you go check out my channel, I'm also a commercial drone pilot, and I have a lot of cool toys. So I used to fly a lot of drones, drone planes, a lot of big drones, stuff like that. And it's a funny story, and I'll keep it short. But basically, the way I found electric unicycles was because I was flying a drone and I crashed it, and it was kind of far away, and I was walking to get it back, and some teenagers on bicycles got to it before me and stole it. And I had to track them down with my buddy, and we got it back. We found where they were, and you know, it was okay. We got it back, but they took it and took off with it at first. So I was gonna get a one wheel because I saw all the commercials for them, and my buddy, who was an old school unicycle rider, like one of the first guys out in Providence who ever had a unicycle before anyone knew what they were, he was like, bro, check this out. And he had a Nikola, and basically was like, for the same price you're gonna pay for that one wheel, you're gonna get like double the power, double the range, double the battery, double the speed, like everything. You know, everything was better stats wise on the EUC rather than the one wheel. So I ended up getting a King Song 16X one wheel. It was like $2,000, and it was great. It was a great learner wheel. Nowadays, this wheel has suspension. It has fast ace, like dirt bike shocks, like forks in my new wheel. The old ones didn't have that. It was pretty rough. If you hit a pothole, you could die. But yeah, it's pretty cool, and I would definitely recommend a EUC over a one wheel. And for a while, I was calling it my DRV, my drone recovery vehicle, because that was it was primarily used for. You know, when a thing went down, I would run over and be able to get it back in like 2 seconds. So yeah, oh yeah. So when you start riding, hold on, let me change my camera. So I will say, when you start riding EUCs, there's a huge learning curve, and you will crash a lot. My first 2 years, once again, look at my old unicycle videos. Like, look at the videos from like 2-3 years ago, and all the first videos was just me crashing, me and my friends crashing. I probably have 50 videos of me crashing in different ways, and not always just trying to do stupid stuff. Back then, the hardware would fail you. You could easily over torque the wheel and it would shut off on you. There's a lot of things that could happen. One time I was in Boston, I got hit by a car that ran a red light. But luckily, you know, I had my armor on. I wear full dirt bike armor, and we weren't going super fast. But I did fly over the hood that time. And luckily, you know, myself and the wheel survived fine. I didn't get hurt, didn't end up in the hospital. You know, it was okay. But yeah, you have to be careful, and I'm not going to pretend that it's not dangerous, because it definitely is. But basically, nowadays, with the level of wheels they have, if you get a big wheel, it's almost like impossible to, it's almost impossible to overtake like a modern wheel. You can give it all you have and it'll just go. So from that aspect, it's better. But yeah, you know, it is like riding like dirt bikes or riding a bicycle. Like, at first, you know, it's harder, but once you get used to it, it's really easy. And once you can ride seated and, you know, you're chilling, it's the best thing ever. So here we go. I'm gonna switch the camera. We're cruising down the coast now. This is Cisco. There's one in Boston in like the fancy district, and now it's here in New Bedford. So this place is super popular in the summer. That's Butler's Flat Lighthouse right up there. So I have drone videos flying around that, all over that. It's a pretty cool lighthouse. Yeah, dude, I recommend EUCs for everyone. They literally are the most fun ever. You see me, my feet? It feels like I'm skiing, because I'm like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And then at the same time, it's almost like you're Superman, because your hands are free and you're just flying. Once you have like the leaning down and you know how to ride, it's like, it feels like you just think, if you want to go faster, you just think about it and you're going faster. Like, it's the most insane feeling. So it depends on your riding style. You get pads. Like, you can go to like eucpads.com, which is my website, and you can get pads and put them on the wheel. And depending on what pads you get and how you configure them, you can have them lock your feet in, or you can have them just kind of next to your feet where you can lean against them. And that's how I have them. I'm not very locked in, but like when I lean into them, and I have something to push against when I'm leaning forward to go faster, and more importantly, when I'm leaning back to stop. Yeah, exactly. It's like a Segway with no hands. That's also way more powerful. It has shock absorbers. Check it out, we got a Tiger tank. We got the Sherman L and the Tiger tank. So it depends. If you join one of your local EUC groups, I don't know where you're from, but like in Boston and on the East Coast, all the different cities have a Telegram group, and there's usually like buy and sales, and on Facebook there's buy and sales. You can get a good used wheel for like $1,500 now. You can get like an EX30 or something that used to be like $4,000. Once they're like a year old, you can get them for like $1,500. But if you're looking for like a top of the line wheel, like the Sherman L, it's like a $4,000 wheel and change, give or take, and that's bare bones naked. You also want to get a fast charger, that's like $400. If you want to put pedals on it, that's like $400. Pads, you know, that's like $100 to $400 depending if you get them, you know, from different places or whatever. So it adds up, and you know, it's definitely an investment, but who cares? It's the most fun thing in the whole world. Like once you get the bug, it's just like all you want to do is ride. So you can see I got like 2,500 miles on mine, and I just got this at like spring. I just upgraded. I sold my EX30, the one I was just telling you about. I sold that and picked this up. Look at that shot right there. We got the Sherman next to the Tiger. Super cool. I always like stopping by this memorial. It's cool. Yeah, so see the pads right here. The way I have mine set up, and these are flexible. These are Force Flex pads from EUCpads.com. No, go for it. Hold on, you want me to line up a good shot out of the sun? Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, there you go. Right on. So yeah, you have these pads. That's how I have mine set up. And then I got E-Rides pedals, which are dope. And then I also have the E-Rides P1 gloves that have wrist protectors on the top and bottom, and also have protected knuckles. And also locks your pinky in because you don't want to rip your pinky off. And just a reminder to anyone who's watching, when you're on like shared paths, like I'm about to be on, make sure you go slow so you don't scare people. Whenever I'm around pedestrians, I make sure I'm going pedestrian speeds. You know, pretend you're a bicycle. So I'm gonna loop around here. Let's see. So right now I've gone 8 miles and I'm still at 91%. So that's cool. So this is Fort Rodman. Back in the day, this was, you know, on the coast, one of the forts that protected the coast here in Massachusetts. Hey, thanks, man. I'm not the best. I'm just surprisingly decent. Yeah, check it out. That's the fort behind me. Go around. This is a cool area on the coast. It would be cool for a racetrack, except if you were to fall, your wheel is just shooting off into the Atlantic Ocean. So it's really not the best spot for a racetrack. But yeah, there's the fort. Looks like we got some kind of ship out there today. That's neat. Hey, thanks. Yeah, I kind of do it all. You know, I post shorts, mostly like crash vids, you know, that I re-edit. I post tons of crash vids. And then, you know, when I get the chance, I make longer form videos. I'm trying to get more into that, but it just takes a lot of time. And then when I go on adventures in the city, you know, if you look at my past live groups, it's like I'll join big like 100-rider rides in Boston, in Providence, in Maine, in Connecticut, and I go live during those big events when there's like 100 of us and it's crazy, and those are the most fun, you know, to broadcasting. And it's kind of funny too, I've had people that are in my live stream start watching the live stream, and then I'm filming them watching my live stream. It's crazy. I don't know how it works. It's in a whole time loop when that happens. But we had people watching the live stream and hey, what's up? Welcome to the ride. Thanks for joining. Oh, it's wet. Luckily the Sherman L is waterproof. So we are cruising through New Bedford, Massachusetts. We are in Fort Rodman right now, and this is going to take us out to West Beach, which is usually empty off season. During the season though, it gets, you know, very touristy. And I'm on my Sherman L electric unicycle, cruising around. So thanks for joining. Oh, sorry, is it windy or am I too loud? So don't forget to like and subscribe too. I got lots of crazy content with 3D printing, drones, electric unicycles, all that stuff. Sorry about your ears. All right. Yeah, cruising through. Yeah, warm, it's windy, and I don't have tons of cool equipment, so I'm just on my phone, but hopefully maybe Santa will bring me some better equipment, and I'll have some mics to be working with soon. That looks like a sketchy homeless person tunnel. Should I go in the sketchy tunnel? I don't know. Whoa. No, I'll pass. Not today. Not today. Oh, thank you. Appreciate all the support. You know, I'm just a small channel, small time creator, and I do it for fun. And I really, really do appreciate everyone's support, just watching and subscribing. It means a lot. So appreciate everyone. Yeah, look at this weather. So we're now approaching West Beach. So this is still New Bedford. If you're just tuning in, cruising New Bedford. This is actually a mixed-use bike path. So if you don't want to be in the street, you can just cruise. Yeah, I do ride motorcycles. And I think having the motorcycle safety training course is super helpful for riding the unicycle, because, you know, people are trying to kill you on the road the same way. You know, it's the same thing on the unicycle with the motorcycles. You need to be aware of people trying to cut out left in front of you, and all the stupid things that people do to motorcycles without even realizing it. But yeah, it's different. You know, it's a different feeling. Riding an electric unicycle makes you feel like you're flying. You know, I'm hands-free. I'm filming on my cell phone right now, and if I just lean a little bit forward, I'm flying going forward, and it's like I don't even need legs. It's just my brain. It's hard to compare the feeling. It feels almost like you're flying, but like you're skiing. Oh wow! No, I have a Ninja 250. About a quarter of that size, but it's still very fun. My electric unicycle cost more than my motorcycle. Actually, about double. So it is what it is. Yeah, I've been to Japan a couple years ago. I did some funny filming in the Philippines and Japan, but it's been a couple years since I traveled. And it was awesome, like best time of my life. Holy crap. Well, I'm glad you're okay. Can't imagine being in an accident going that fast. I've only crashed on my unicycle, you know, going like 30, and it sucked. I bruised a couple ribs. I couldn't breathe right for like a month, and that was with armor on. So I can't imagine, you know, I don't ever want to go down faster than that. It sucks. That's why we gear up. Damn. Look at all these shells. Please don't pop my tire. Please, 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 please don't pop my tire. This is actually where all the bikers gather. During the summertime, you'll see the parking spots here just lined with bikers chilling, barbecuing, like hanging out and stuff. This is the spot. We got some cool murals here. Stop and see the other side, the West Beach one. West Beach. Oh yeah, check it out. We're here at West Beach on the Sherman L. Say hi if you're in the chat. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Thank you everyone who's watching and all that. Definitely New Bedford. This is a slept on beach. Even in the summertime, like no one comes here. And it's beautiful. Gotta come to the South Coast. Alright. Boot it back up. Turn my headlight on. Here we go. Alright. I'm gonna hit the street now because I want to head over to Fairhaven. Go over the bridge. We'll go back this way. And over in Fairhaven, we can go to the other side there. It's like 1:30 p.m. I have enough power in the battery to keep riding for another couple hours at least. Oh wow. Well, I hope you recover well. That's really rough to hear, and I hope you get a new bike too. We're cruising. If you're just tuning in, we are cruising down the coast, Bedford, Massachusetts. It is a balmy 41 degrees Fahrenheit right now. I have 4 layers on, and it's still a little bit cold if I'm being honest. But it's fine. I needed to get out and ride, and we're just cruising. You can see my my EUC World watch. 30 miles an hour, still at 88%. We're good. Cruising down West Beach. On the right here we got it's like a college. We got UMass marine science stuff. That's cool. Oh shit, we got some turkeys. Are turkeys friendly or are these mean? These guys were spared this Thanksgiving. You guys made it. Congrats. Whoa, roadkill. Glad I dodged that. I mean, I'm riding right now. I usually don't ride in winter. But yeah, I was like, I don't mind freezing my face because I really need to get out. cold, but it is worth it. I need to get back out on the wheel, for real. All right, let's take a ride. Yeah. All right. Heading to Fairhaven, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. You got people slamming their brakes for absolutely no reason. You guys ready to see some freaking giant windmills? You ever heard of the Massachusetts Windmill Project? It's all HQ is right here. That's the generator. Those things are freaking huge. Look at that. The nacelle or whatever. Crazy. Crazy, crazy how big these things are. Are way bigger in real life than when you see them on TV. This is crazy. Look at that shit. Pre-windmills. That's all the parts before they go out to the ocean. And they're massive. Cool. Yeah, I'm not really that popular, but I have fun. I have fun riding. I have fun posting. You know, sometimes I'm doing drone stuff. Sometimes I'm riding. It's cool. And for everyone who does watch, follows me, I really appreciate you. The Sherman L, the best wheel there is ever. No, seriously though, the Sherman L is the best wheel. Hands down, best wheel. My turn. Okay guys, I'm gonna be honest, I crashed on these train tracks before one time. Cause you see how like this road is like a swoop, it's like a 90-degree, and then it's like, hello, you got the fucking train tracks right there. So you gotta cross these things like this, like completely 90-degree angle. When I crashed, I tried just getting next to them and going over them, and it was like, boom, instantly just made me fly on my side. I absolutely hate in-road train tracks. If you ride EUCs, these things are the worst. So if you are riding down here, be aware of that shit. Perpendicular, 90 degrees, not parallel. What I'm gonna do right here, once this car goes by, I'm actually gonna take the pedestrian bridge here. Whoop. Over here, and we are in the pedestrian bridge. Oh. So, like New Bedford, you come here, you can't get fresher seafood. Look at this. This is literally the fishing boats pulling up from the ocean in the same parking lot you're parking to get food. This place is awesome. Yeah, look at that. Where else do you go where you get that? Literally boats in the parking. And then over here, crystal ice. This place fills the boats up with all the ice for all the ships, right? And you can get the giant cubes to make ice luges and like chainsaw, ice sculpture shit. You can get giant blocks. It's pretty sweet. But yeah, they'll fill up the cooler. Like I have a giant cooler and they'll fill it up with 6 bottles. Just drive up down there. It's cool. And then I'm taking the sidewalk over here because I absolutely hate this bridge. Oh, check it out. More of the boats. We're right on the coast. Yeah, this bridge has these metal grates that are super slippery. And cars crash on them all the time. And I don't like riding over it with the unicycle if I can avoid it. So that's why I take the side. But if you notice, I'm going pretty slow. I'm going 16, so it's like bicycle speeds. See that? Look at these fucking grates. Oh, excuse my language. But look at these grates. Alright, I'm gonna stop here. See that? These metal grates that the bridge is made of, they're rough. And then also check it out, this bridge is super old, so this is actually a drawbridge that like spins open when a boat comes through. And for those of you that are watching, see that seawall? That's where we started off, on the right side of it. And then that area that looked like Area 51 that was blocked off, that was at the very end. Can I zoom? Oh, I can. A little bit. Yeah, so if you see that, on the right side right here is where we were. And I could ride to the end until it was blocked. And then we're going now to Fairhaven on this side of the bridge. And I'm going to go to this end of it. We'll see the other side of the hurricane break. And you see basically, that's where the boats let in, and then if there's a storm, there's a huge gate that closes and it blocks everything. And then this bridge that I'm on right now that's shaking like crazy actually opens and closes. It spins open. There's a guy that's in that house all the time, and they go up there to that house, and this thing spins around, and I think it opens up like 15 minutes on the hour or something like that. There's a schedule, but it's pretty cool. So now we're in the harbor, and we're in the safe zone, basically. See all these fishing boats. And now I'm gonna head over to the other side. Wow, it's pretty cool. I always think I'm gonna hit my head. That thing's pretty close. Also, if you get stuck, like, if you get caught on this road and the bridge is just opening, it's a good 20-minute wait. And I have bad luck with it. Hey, thanks for watching. And everyone else, don't forget, like and subscribe. We are currently cruising through New Bedford, Massachusetts, on the southern coast of Mass. We are pretty close to the fort now. And it's appropriately named Fort Street. So yeah, makes sense. We are here at Fort Phoenix now. For those of you who've been watching the stream, I started on the other side of the hurricane barrier, and we cruised through Fairhaven, and now we are on the other side of the hurricane barrier. This is a pretty cool view right here. it out. So now we're on this side of the barrier. The cannons are right there. We are right on the coast of New Bedford, Mass. On the edge of the Atlantic Ocean right here. If you're just tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. We started off earlier in that hurricane barrier. Went down the other side of this. Went all the way around Fairhaven. And then check out this side. And let's go see if I can get to those cannons up there. That'd be pretty cool. Great neighborhoods. Hey, how's it going? It's very cold. It is pretty freezing now. The wind's picking up. But it's dry out and it's sunny out. So it's pretty nice. Plus, once you ride the electric unicycles, you need to keep riding. You get the urge. I think we're supposed to get snow tomorrow. We're going to get like inches of snow. So, not going to be riding for a while, unfortunately, after today. Hey, thanks. Alright, so let's check these cannons out up here. Oh. That's dope. See? This is some old-timey war shit or whatever. What is this? That's pretty cool. Let's see what this one says. Fort Phoenix. (1775). All right. Fort Phoenix, built for harbor defense in 1775, destroyed by the British September 6, 1778, later rebuilt and now the property of the town of Fairhaven. This tablet, erected by Fort Phoenix Chapter, Daughters of the American Revolution of New Bedford, Mass., 1930. Pretty cool. You never know where your Sherman L electric unicycle may take you. With your Force Flex pads. With your Force Flex pad from eucpads.com. Sorry, threw in a plug. But yeah, my Sherman L, I got the Sur-on seat. Let's see. Got some miles on her this summer. Almost 25 hundo. Alright, let's go up here. I want to see what this says. This is pretty cool. We are in historic New Bedford, ladies and gentlemen. That's pretty cool. All right. Where to next? Where to next? So we are in Fort Phoenix. If you ever come to the South Coast, New Bedford, come check this place out. It's pretty cool. Pretty chill. All right. All right. Thank you for everyone who watched the stream. I'm here in New Bedford now for Phoenix, and I am going to take a break. I am going to stream another video going to Next Point Lighthouse in like 20 minutes or so. I just need to take a break, chill out for a minute, and then I will share the next stream. So thank you for watching. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Surprisingly decent vids. Also, check out eucpads.com. Peace.